Shalom, shalom, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. So I'm recording this. I've been kind of reluctant on giving this message because you know, I don't want to say sometimes I get discouraged because, it just seems like people ain't listening, but they listening, and you know, whether they take the advice or not, that's up to them. Um but the reason why I'm on here today is because of faith. You know, um, a lot of times, I see, people they think that I do this for money, but I don't do this for money. You know what I mean? Uh, I understand that the Most High shall provide all of my needs according to His riches and glory. So, but you also got to understand that when the servants of the Most High are out here doing the work, that they come up under a lot of demonic oppression, a lot of demonic attacks and things of that nature. And so, sometimes it's hard to find a job. It's hard to keep a job. And, when you, you know, uh, not really getting into detail, but, uh, those are the reasons why, the Most High, took up the tithe for the priest, because the priestly order came up under attack a lot of times. That's why you see in the Old Testament or in the Torah, you seen people like Eli and his sons, you know, um, you know, uh, forsaking the word. Eli was a greedy man, and his children was corrupt, and he was ultimately removed from the throne of the priesthood because he didn't um, he didn't chastise his children, or he didn't correct them when they were basically offering up profane sacrifices to the Most High on the altars. And so and that's how it is with the most high servants, because we are the priest. We are, the today's modern day priest and prophets. We are the ones who sacrifice for the word. We are the ones who preach the word so that, the people can have the proper understanding of the word, so that the people can get the truth, because the word says that the truth shall make you free. But you've already been set free when Hamashiach gave his life on the stake. You were set free then, but now you have to be made free. And so you can only be made free by the truth, you see. And so we have to understand that um, it's only by faith that we are made whole. And what is faith? A lot of people, faith is trust in English. Faith would be considered as trust in English. So, do you trust the Most High's word? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is the word, you see. And so a lot of people, they don't um uh there's a difference between the Most High being just and his blessings. And we have to understand that, when the Most High bless you, your cup runneth over. You see what I'm saying? The word says that uh uh that you know the Most High said, if you keep my commandments in Deuteronomy 28, that's when you receive the blessings. But for him to um feed you, for him to wake you up in the morning, for him to uh allow you to get a job, that's the Most High, being just. You know what I'm saying? That's the justness of the Most High Yahweh. And but the blessings, you know is when he starts blessing everything that you touch, when he calls your enemies that come in one way to flee seven ways, when he makes you the lender and not the borrower, when he makes you the head and not the tail. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people, not having faith, they want to see it right up front. They don't believe it until they see it. They want tangible things. They want to touch it first. They want you to give it to them free, and don't have to do no work for it. Don't want to they don't want to pay for it. They want to get the information for free, you know, or they want to steal it, you know what I'm saying? They, uh, because they don't have the faith. They don't want to do the work because see, when you put your faith in the Most High, and you're wanting the Most High to bless you, not be just to you, because He feeds everything on earth. You see what I'm saying? But when you want Him to bless you, you know, I can't quote it verbatim, but the blessings of the Most High they addeth no sorrow. Uh, and you know, you know, He causes your cup to runneth over. You know, He'll open up the windows of heaven and blow you out, and pour you out a blessing that you're not able to receive. Pressed down, shaken together, and runneth over. You know, that comes because you're paying your tithes. You see what I'm saying? That comes because you're being diligent and dutiful in the work of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of people, they want the evidence up front. They don't really believe in God. They'll call it a scheme and say, oh well, we don't nobody want to pay for nothing that's a scheme and this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I mean, these be the same people that'll take it from you. You know what I'm saying? And they'll know you in a bad position, you know, and that's the plan of the enemy. The plan of the enemy, is to keep you in a position to where, you know, you don't rely on the Most High, and then you look to people who are who call themselves Christians, who call themselves, serving the Most High. You look to these people and they want to say, well, oh, they've been burnt, before in the past. But you know what I'm saying, that ain't got nothing to do with anything, because in First Corinthians 13, it tells us that love is long suffering. You know how many times I've been burnt. I had this guy work on my car, you know, because the Most High blessed me to get another car. And, it's kind of funny because the person that I bought the car from, when I bought the car, it had this on the key ring. You know what I'm saying? This the key ring. And if you can see the key ring, it got, the Most High's name, Yahushua HaMashiach's name, who they ignorantly call Jesus. And then on the back, it's got, what is that? Proverbs. It's Proverbs 2:9. The Most High exalt him to the highest place and give him the name that is above every name. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, people, they don't want to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do the work, that means that the Most High is going to test you and prove you. You see what I'm saying? You're going to go through some hard times. You see what I'm saying? You're going to lose some job opportunities. Your businesses is going to fail. Your vehicles is going to be repossessed. See, these people, they don't want to go through that. You see what I'm saying? But they want you to give them something for free. They want God, or want Yahweh Elohim to give them things for free, but with no sacrifice. You see? And so my point is that, you have to have faith. You see what I'm saying? Because this straight and narrow path is not, it's not easy. Go talk to a mountain climber, and talk to them about, all the things that they have to go through to climb that mountain. And that's what people, they don't want to do the work. You see what I'm saying? But they say they got faith, but they don't want to do the work. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give up the drugs. They don't want to give up the game. They don't want to give up the D game. They don't want to give up the scheming and scamming, but like I said, I had this dude working on my car. You know what I'm saying? Because I was working for these people. And I could go in on that, you know what I'm saying? Because this is some of the witchcraft and the war, because witchcraft is gossiping. So I was working at this job. I'm just explaining this. I was working this job, right? And so, they was all right with me coming in and not being seen, because, people be behind the scenes gossiping and stuff. That's witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? And so, but they didn't want to let me work none of the events. You know what I'm saying? And so, my respect. Now you gonna respect me, you know what I'm saying? So I just quit. You know what I'm saying? I gave my 2 week notice and I quit. You know what I'm saying? Because you will never find anyone, as loyal and hardworking as me. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I said, you know, uh, bought this car and it needed work, and so I paid this dude to come fix the car, paid him $200 up front. You know, he fixed did the oil change, put the windshield wipers on, put the alternator on. But I had bought the starter and all kind of stuff, and he said he was gonna come back the next day. Next day I called him, couldn't I got in touch with him. He was giving me all kind of excuses. Then he didn't never show up, so I didn't call him back. Well, I fixed the car myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I had to be at work or whatever. And so then I got this dude, because the car need fuel injectors, so I got to change the fuel injectors out on the car or whatever, right? And so after I don't changed out the starter went bad, changed out the starter, changed out a lot of the relays and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, on the car or whatever. But one morning I had to be to work and I tried to start the car up and it wouldn't start and I couldn't figure it out. So I called, another one of my supposed mechanics that, to come, fix the car for me. Well, after, I called him and he took me to work. I paid him $10 and then I gave him my last $40, to go get the fuel pump to fix the car. Well, come to find out, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't the fuel pump, it was the fuel injectors, and he knew that, you know what I'm saying, because he told me, when he came and picked me up from work to bring me back to my car, that, you know what I'm saying, I should probably look at the fuel injectors, you know what I'm saying. But regardless, he didn't even fix the fuel pump. I ended up, because it started doing the same thing, and, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, well, hey man, can you come look at it again? It's doing the same. He like, man, I forgot all about you. I need some more money. I'm like, well, you didn't even. It's doing the same thing. You didn't even fix it the first time, and so it has to be something different if you didn't fix the problem the first time. So, anyway, uh, I just stopped dealing with the dude, and then he, after he came and picked me up, he told me I owed him $60 more, right? You know what I'm saying? And he had his woman in the car with him, so I'm not finna argue with you with your woman in the car because I don't want to, make you seem like, you weak or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's debatable, man. The price is, you know what I'm saying? Especially after, you know what I'm saying, I paid you $40 to go get the part. You probably stole the part, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna charge me $60 on top of that to put it in. Well, anyway, long story short, I ended up, you know what I'm saying, going in and changing out the fuel pump because that's what I thought it was. And he didn't even touch it, still had dust all around it. So if I would have paid him $60, he would have just beat me out $100. He didn't even touch it. All he did was wait for it to get cool or get warm. You know what I'm saying? Because the fuel injectors is clogged up. You see what I'm saying? It won't start up when it's cold. You know what I mean? So you have to wait till it get warm in order for it to start up. But those are the type of things, you know what I'm saying, that you go through when you living by faith and walking by sight. I mean, living by faith and not walking by sight. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that you go through as a servant of the Most High when you trying to handle the Most High's business. You know what I mean? And you asking people for help because they don't understand the warfare that you're going through. But, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, they want you to give them something for free. The plan that the Most High and the vision, instead of supporting the vision, instead of, you know what I'm saying, being there to help the man of the hour that Yah has chose, you know what I'm saying, they want to sit on the sideline and hate and throw shots. And it's sad, you know what I'm saying, because this is the condition of Yah's people. And this is the reason why, as a people, we don't have anything. Because instead of supporting the work, you know what I'm saying, we'd rather talk about them because we ain't the one doing it. Because the blessing ain't in our hands. You know what I'm saying? And then when you tell them, like, look, I'll teach you, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't going to teach you for free. you know what I'm saying, then, you know what I'm saying, it become a problem. They don't want to pay you. And then when they do things for you, they only do it for you because they expecting you to give them something in return. That's not how the Most High operates. But you don't live by faith, and so the Most High hasn't given, you haven't been faithful in the little things. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, you know, it was a lot of people in my position when you know, and they was, you know, at one time, struggling and striving, trying to make it to the next level, putting their faith in God and putting their faith in Yahweh Elohim. And then once they got to where they was going, then they forgot about God. They forgot to be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? To the Most High's people after He put them there. Then they started serving other gods and taking oaths and pledges with other gods. They became covetous. You know what I'm saying? And coveting other people's gifts, coveting other people's uh anointings, coveting other people's businesses and wives and everything. And the Most High told us not to covet. And this is coveting is jealous. There's two types of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? There's a jealousy because I'm jealous over you, like the Most High say, I'm jealous over my word, meaning that you ain't gonna disrespect me. And then there's a jealousy that comes from, because people don't want to see you do better and want to see you have anything. When you been putting in the work and they see you putting in the work, instead they'll keep trying to make mockery out of God, like God ain't real and like He ain't working in people, just like the devil worked through people. And instead of helping people, they steal it. I can call you out by name, but I'm not gonna do that. But y'all sure sit behind the scene and talk about me like a dirty dog. I can call you out by name, but I don't do those type of things, man, because the love of God. The word says that love covers a multitude of sin. Y'all don't cover nothing. Y'all steadily trying to expose people and then don't even know the truth. Because y'all jealous, because y'all sitting around smoking dope and doing everything up under the sun, and because y'all can't put in the work. Y'all not willing to give up nothing and sacrifice nothing. And then you call yourself serving God and teaching the word right, and you ain't even teaching the word right. We walk by faith and not by sight. That was the problem that Jonah had. Jonah was called. Many are called, but few are chosen. Jonah was called to go to Nineveh to preach the word, and instead he ran to Tarshish. Tarshish in modern day is Italy. We know that Italy is Babylon. Anytime you see an obelisk, which represents Nimrod's penis, that is Babylon, just like we got one in Washington, D.C., meaning Babel, confusion. Anytime you tell people, I ain't gonna even go into that. But anyway, like I say, he ran to Tarshish. Tarshish was modern day Rome. And in Rome, we know that that's where, uh, the obelisk is, or if you want to call Vatican City it is. We understand that that's where it is. And he was on his way there, and a storm came up on him. He was called. And it wasn't until that storm came and that, he was thrown into the belly of the beast, which you could call Leviathan, that he became chosen. And he accepted the call. See, a lot of people not willing to accept the call because the call come with sacrifice. You giving up your life, dying to yourself daily. Not sleeping around with every woman. Not out here scheming and plotting and planning to take stuff from people. Not sleeping with people's women and, are they wives and stuff. It's a sacrifice. When you know you can do that thing, when you know you can do that very thing that they doing, you can do it also. It's a sacrifice giving up that life. And it ain't easy. And it don't come for free. You know, a lot of people want to talk about something. It wasn't for free. Those lessons cost. Those lessons, though, I took those whippings, those lashings, and you know what I'm saying? Wasn't your Yahusha? He was beaten for our transgressions. He became obedient by the things that he suffered. That's what's wrong with people. They not willing to suffer nothing. They want the glory, but they don't want the story. So you got to walk by faith, and that's the reason why a lot of people don't, because faith, in so many words, is trust. And what is faith? What are you having faith in? What are you trusting in? You not just trusting in Yahuwah God, you trusting in his word. And what is his word? His word is his Torah. So you trusting that if you press toward the mark of the high calling, if you keep his commandments, if you keep his laws and his statutes, he will have mercy on you. And I got this phone like this because, you know, it's a glare in this car because of the sun. Thank the Most High for the sun, because boy, it sure is hard, you know, living in your car and sleeping in 4-degree weather. Because the very people that the Most High told to bless you don't want to bless you because they ashamed. I'm gonna do a video on that. A lot of y'all was ashamed of the Most High. Y'all care too much about what people think and not what the Most High thinks. You know, because that's the plan of the enemy. The enemy gonna slander you. The enemy gonna destroy your character, so don't nobody believe you. That's a trick of the enemy, because he don't want you to receive salvation. He don't want you to believe in the people who the Most High sent. Now, I ain't never said that I haven't sinned and fallen short of the glory. I have many times. But a righteous man falleth down 7 times and getteth back up. You know, and all praise be to the Most High Yahuwah. You know, it's sad, you know, we living in a time where it ain't your enemy that hates you the most, it's your own brother. We living in that time that the Most High talked about, where it was gonna be daughter against mother and son against father and brother against brother. We living in that time. It's your own brother of your own house. So many people are power hungry, addicted to power. So it's by faith, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to climb that. I remember they used to have this song, I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain, and I'm doing my best to make it through. I can't remember the words. It's been so long. Hey, but it used to, I'm coming up. Hey, you hear me? You got to go up that mountain. You can't go around it. That's what Israel did. They went around the mountain 40 years. It was only supposed to be an 11-day journey. But 40 years they went around that mountain. The only man that was willing to go up that mountain was Moshe. And Joshua went behind him. Not even Aaron. The high priest didn't want to go up. But y'all is good, man. Y'all have peace and blessings, man. Shalom. You know, y'all think I do this for the money. Y'all should know by now I don't do this for the money. You know what I'm saying? I get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm the bag. You know what I'm saying? I don't get to the bag. I'm the bag. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what y'all fail to realize. Y'all think I'm I ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? I might look stupid because they made me look stupid, but I ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta play the fool to catch a fool. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, y'all be blessed, man. Peace and blessings.